What's going on, tribe? What's good? We're gonna make this short and sweet. I just realized that I didn't make an intro for this video. So the whole point of this video is for me to show you guys how I made this DIY screen printing press, as the title of the video states. So this is gonna be just kind of my take on how I follow the videos that was on YouTube. Step by step, I'll be doing a voiceover of what I did right now. So you'll see me changing clothes from one hoodie to another. It's just because I started a couple days ago, needed some stuff, finished it today. Realized I didn't have an intro, so here we are. So without further ado, we'll get to it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Drop a comment. I'll try to answer it to the best of my abilities. Follow me on all my socials, all that jazz and stuff like that. If you guys like, follow the brand if you guys are interested. Be GiNkO, be generous, be inspiration, be ninja, be knowledgeable, be optimistic. Hope you guys enjoy the video.
All right, fam, how's it going? So here we start off. I think it was a 2x4 if I'm not mistaken. We cutting these into 16-inch pieces each. So I measure 16 once, then 32 for the other piece. Use the triangle or the square tool, to make the straight line. So I have a straight line to cut. I'm over here with my circular saw, doing the best I can to cut this without it moving. I'm just using a paint container as my table because that's all I have at the moment. So I had that little piece, I just hit them pieces together to snap right off. So those will be my legs. This part is the plank board, the long piece that the MDF board is going to be on. That needs to be 33 inches long. So I measured that to 33. Sand down all the edges as best as possible, just to prevent any kind of nicking or grabbing on my clothes or any clothes that I might be working on in the future. And just give everything a smooth surface. Now this is the MDF board that I had purchased. I had cut it before. Initially, it was all one big piece. I cut it right in half, and after seeing the video, I'm cutting this into 14 inches by 24. So here I am again, sanding the edges down. Again, just want to make sure everything's nice and smooth. Here, what I did is just try to find the centerpiece for me so I could center the leg as best as possible. I had these little bits to make the holes in, so when I put the nails in, it'll go in, or the screws, sorry, go in a lot easier. I was using the square tool right there just to kind of make the leg as flush as possible to the long plank board. What I did here was I just put the MDF board on top. And then however long it is, that's where I had the bottom of the second leg stand. And that was it. Then you flip it over. Again, find your center point as best as possible. I used a piece of MDF that I had cut off, so I knew it was the right length. I used that as my long ruler that I needed. Found my center pieces as best as possible. And here I'm making the cut that I need. That's the original reason that I'm doing this, is I needed to make a gap in between the board. So right now you just saw me cut off a 2-inch gap, and that's to allow the excess shirt or hoodie or whatever you're working off to hang off, so that when you put your screen down and lay it down, there's nothing, you don't have just a bunch of material bound there. So here, again, I'm just trying to get it as straight as possible to the board. And here we go again, time-lapsing it. Kind of pre-drilled them in there a little bit. Used the clamp to make sure that the woods were making good contact, so when I screwed down, there'd be no lift or anything like that. Doing the same thing on the other side. Again, I'm just kind of eyeballing this. Doesn't have to be perfect, just, use your common sense strong enough. Here I was using, thankfully this blue tape was exactly 2 inches, and that's exactly the gap I wanted. Because the part that you see me screwing down now, that's where this swivel will go. That'll hold the actual screen print. So I'm using 1-inch screws to screw this down. This is all wood that I just kind of sourced, laying around. I was just measuring the swivel again just to kind of see how I wanted them placed, how it would fall, if the image itself would still make it to the board, which it would. Here I am just measuring the center points as best as possible, just to trying to get everything centered to the best of my ability. Wasn't completely perfect, but it definitely worked. It got the job done. So you're just screwing it in with the drill back and forth just to kind of make sure it goes in as even as possible. I didn't want it to be as, I didn't want it to just lopsided or crooked in any way, shape, or form. So I was just taking my time with it. And here is the finished product in my living room. Here I am just setting up the screen how I want it, just trying to measure it as best of my ability. To make sure when it drops down it's going to be straight and not crooked. It might look crooked on the board or whatever like that, but so long as it falls straight on the shirt, that's my concern. So here's a little clip that people use to kind of hold the squeegee little board thing. Now here I had an incident where that clamp I was using in the back snapped off, so I used another one. So those are trash. That's your good kind of clamp. Get that one. And here we go, just making sure that everything kind of fits and lines up, just seeing how it would go. We're golden. Here I am, just kind of like a POV view of what everything looks like. That was the main concern right there. We needed that gap to make sure the shirt would fall over and it would be flush. There's all that extra garment that is not going to be in our way. That was keeping the screen from just being completely flush on the board. So there is no binding now. Success. Also going to make it easier if I need to do like 2 layers or 2 coats of paint. It's going to go right back down to the exact position that it was in. So very happy with how it came out.
What's going on, everybody? I hope y'all like the format. It took me about 2 days to do this. I had to go get the screws. That's what really took me the longest. I'm doing a voiceover for this, so I have explained most of this, but I'm just finishing the video right now. But it is Christmas Day today. I'm happy that I finally did get this done. Overall, I do like how this looks. I'm just measuring right now, kind of how I want my distance from this. This actually works very, very good. This was a little hack I seen online of how people kind of use this to kind of just set their screen to the side. The only thing I would be more mindful of once it's set up like this, as a suggestion, is where you want your design to sit on the shirt. I've kind of already had like a 3-finger kind of spacing that I kind of want before my design starts. So if you are going to burn your own screens, just be mindful where your image is going to lie. Like my screen probably would have been better if I'd have set it a little bit higher, the image, if I'd have burned it a little bit higher. Wouldn't have to worry about the shirt being so low, but I can still play with the distance of the shirt from here as well. I do have a marker for myself here. I don't know if you guys can see right there, so I know what my center line is somewhat. So just do whatever markings you think will be best to help you out to do this. But if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Like I said, I'll link the video that I did get this from on my description so you guys can see it. But you know, you guys can feel free to ask me any questions. I kind of Mickey Mouse some things just to kind of make sure that it will work. But from what it looks like, everything's working pretty good. Everything's holding pretty strong. You know, once I actually, if I were to put in like a motion, I would probably keep my leg here just as a brace. I don't know if I'm gonna need it, but I know once I pull down, like all this space that's under the table, like there's just nothing bracing it. So like I would just do a quick little pull there, a quick little pull there. This can stand up. I could even try jimmying something to where, so that when I do it, it just has like an angle, so it can stay at an angle. It doesn't have to go so high. Stuff that can come later, but this is everything I'm going to be doing is starting off the brand. Like I'm going into this year 2025 kind of strong. That's the whole goal right now. So I just want to say thank y'all to y'all that have been following. Like I said, anybody have any questions, this is kind of like the start of the brand, how it's going to go down. 2025 is going to be different. We're going to go into 2025 already rocking our shit, making shit happen. So like I said, I've kind of been using this shirt as like a test in terms of just the quality on it, my own just techniques, placements on shirts, stuff like that. So I kind of sacrificed the shirt. This is a shirt that I want to use brand wise and everything like that for like athletic stuff. and you know, just everywhere, the everyday lounge around the house kind of stuff. Nothing crazy. So yeah, you know, a suggestion for you guys as well, just so you guys can see how the paint reacts to the material. If you need to do something in particular, whatever the case may be. But yeah, aside from that, like I said, just make sure you place everything kind of right. If you make your own like alignment marks, you know, beforehand and everything like that, everything will go much smoother. But yeah, I'm very happy with how this turned out. I can't be mad at it. This is my first press. I'm gonna come back to this and remember about this with my success. I'll end up keeping this, framing this. I don't know, maybe auction it in the future or some shit like that. But you know, this will be the first one I start with. Eventually, upgrade to another one, like a legit one. Maybe with like 4 colors eventually. But you know, little by little, this is what I'm gonna be using to start the brand. I'm gonna make my own shirts, do the process my own self, so I can learn the skill, learn the trade of what I want to get into. And you know, if you guys have any questions, I'll be knowledgeable. I can actually provide you guys answers. So that's another thing. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. Like I said, I'm no expert. I'm just kind of trying shit out as I go. So you guys can feel free to ask me any questions. Yeah. No issues. Thank you guys. Much love. Be GiNkO. Be generous. Be inspiration. Be a ninja. Be knowledgeable. Be optimistic. Send this to somebody that you know is trying to start their own clothing brand and kind of needs a little jumpstart, a little spruce. I'm going to be trying to document my progress. You know, going forward every day, I'm going to do my best to try to post something and provide some kind of information, some kind of content for y'all, ideas, whatever. So much love. Appreciate y'all. Thank you. Peace.